here, and we're going to be going into the settings because every time a new season comes out, I feel like it's time to relook at those settings, change up my settings, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you guys what I have today, changed up a whole lot of stuff for today's video, and pretty much I like playing better with these things. So let's get into it. Guys, check out my settings for Season 6. You got to update yours as well. Let's get into it. So first off, I want to start off with controller settings because there's a lot of things I switched today. That was weird. Anyways, we're back. So yeah, so controller settings, I switched up a lot of stuff, okay? So obviously the input device, we left it the same. That I'm not going to change. I'm playing on controller, so obviously that's going to be that. And the button layout as well, I don't really change this. I like sticking with everything I have. I like stick and moved. I play on flipped. That's all stuff that I always do, and I always recommend doing that as well. And then pretty much all of these things just stay the same. So that none of that has changed. But the lower we go on to this, I actually started changing a lot of stuff, and it works out a lot better. So bumper ping, we have off. Stick layout preset, we have to default. I don't feel like moving this at all. If you put southpaw, it's going to be weird. Everything is just gonna play different. So I never recommend changing the stick layout preset. And then controller vibration, I have off. Now the reason I have this off is because I don't like my controller vibrating while I'm shooting my gun. I feel like if it's vibrating, my hand's shaking a little bit with the vibration, and that means my thumb is probably missing up a little bit on the shots and stuff. So I definitely turned that off. And then trigger effect as well, we got off. Now here I actually changed my sensitivity. So normally I would play on the 10 and an 11 for this one right here, but I switched it up, and I actually feel like it's not bad, you know. Putting it at 12 and 13 is pretty nice, and that's what I'm going to set it to from now on. But here's the one that I changed a lot, and this is the sensitivity multipliers, okay? So this one right here doesn't matter, but we're going to get into some sensitivity multipliers in a minute that I'm going to show you guys that I changed a lot. So these ones right here, don't focus on these ones, okay? The third person sensitivity multiplier, all that, ignore these ones. We're going to go to the ADS sensitivity multipliers afterwards, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. So right here, we got the ADS behavior to hold. Obviously, you want to hold while you're aiming down sights, and then the second you let go of L1 or L2, whichever one you're using, the second you let go of it, you stop aiming. That's pretty much what it is. Change zoom shared input. I have sprint, tactical sprint, focus, whatever. You guys do that, or you can put it to melee. I just set it to that right there. Automatic sprint off, because I don't like when I push forward on this, I don't want to just start sprinting. I don't like that. Sometimes I want to just walk around a corner rather than sprint around a corner. So definitely not. Equipment behavior hold, weapon mount activation, ADS and melee, and interact reload behavior, tap to reload. I don't want to have to do anything else. I don't want to tap to interact. I want to reload first. So reload is my top priority, and that's why I have it set to tap to reload, and then armor apply all. Now let's get into the advanced settings because this is where it's cool. So target aim assist, definitely going to keep that on. Aim assist type, the best still seems to be Black Ops. So if you're running default or if you're running precision, set it to Black Ops, and it still seems to be the best ADS or aim assist in general. I think hipfire aim assist as well in the game. So definitely go ahead and throw that on. And then we got aim response curve type at linear, ADS sense multiplier at 100, ADS sensitivity transitioning timing to instant. You want to go like straight into it. You don't want to gradually turn into it and stuff. So go straight into it. And then the custom sensitivity per zoom, this is what I switched out a lot. Okay, so the ADS sensitivity multiplier for like when you're using low zoom, anything like the red dot sight, anything like the iron sight, I set mine to 0.85. And the reason you want to lower this below 1 is because when you're aiming down sights, you want to have a lower sensitivity. You don't want to be really fast and then your aim assist doesn't stick to the enemy or anything. The lower you go, the slower your movements are, the more your aim assist is working, and just sets out really nicely to put this to 0.85. And then from 2 to 5 in the zooms for the scopes and stuff, I have it set to 80, and then anything 6 and above, I have it set to 0.75, as you guys can see right here. And it just works out really nicely, especially with those high zooms. They move really fast. You don't want that. You want it to go slower, so you can definitely set this slower as well. I just love playing on this right here. It just works out really nicely in my favor. And then dead zones as well, I did change up. So left stick min and right stick min, I put it to 0.02, 0.99 for the max, and then the triggers I put to 0, because the second I hit those triggers, I want it to activate in game. And then this right here, just in case I do have a little bit of stick drift, I do have it set to 0.02 rather than 0.05 where it comes with 0.05. You got to move those sticks a little bit more in order to activate the movement in game, but it is what it is. And then gyro behavior, You don't really need it, man. I feel like I'm playing with a controller connected to a PC and stuff. Gyro behavior, I don't think it's gonna work out that well for me, so I don't have anything set for gyro right there. But I want to go into, actually, let's just talk here quickly. So sprint, tactical, sprint behavior, toggle, auto, move forward, off, and we already spoke about this. I think they had this in the controller settings anyways, not just in the advanced. But let's go into graphics, because graphics are important, and then we're gonna get into audio quickly, because audio as well is pretty important. So display, this is all about my display. This is gonna be different for you guys, so I'm not even gonna bother showing that. Quality preset, we got to 100. My render resolution, I either have it set to 1.20, which I recently had it at, or 1.05. I put it down to 1.05. Your game's gonna look a little worse, but you're gonna get more FPS. It's just gonna play a lot nicer in those regards. It's just gonna look a little worse, all right? Then I use Fidelity FX CAS Filmic. I always call it Filmatic SMA2TX. The anti-aliasing I put to high, and then video memory scale at 85. So that is what it is. Now all of these right here, you could put it to high, you could put it to low, you could do it to whatever. I try to put whatever I can to low if it takes away too much FPS. So texture resolution, this takes a lot of FPS to run high. I don't recommend doing it because your game's gonna, like, every couple of frames you might lose a frame, you might skip frames and stuff. So I put mine to low. Don't put it to very low. There's no real difference, not too much at least. So I put mine to low. Normal is alright, it plays okay. That's what I played out last season, but low is just gonna be better for the FPS and stuff. The texture filter, anisotropic normal, I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys, I know it improves texture quality, but I'm not sure what else it does. So I just set it to normal, no need to set it to high. Nearby level of detail, I want that to be high. Just because I'm making videos and stuff, I want it to look better. If you guys want, you can set it to low. There's not much of a difference whether you set it to high or low. But for me personally, because I'm making videos and stuff, I want it to look better. So it is what it is. I set this to high as well. Clutter draw distance to long, and then particle quality. This one right here, you guys could switch out as well. It might make a difference of like 1 or 2 frames, not much. So might as well run it at high if you can. If not, definitely put it lower. Particle quality level normal, and then everything else, as you guys can see, bullet impact on. Obviously I want to see the bullets hit the walls. Persistent damage layers, I have this on as well. And then shader quality I have to high, tessellation near, and then on demand texture streaming I have set to on with, I think, allocated texture cache size 64, and then download daily limit, yeah, there you go, 1 gig. That's it. We don't need more than that. 1 gig is alright. You guys really don't need more than that. And if your internet's really slow, just turn this off completely so that you're not downloading anything while playing the game as well, because it's just gonna make you guys lag. It's not fun, and we already know the amount of packet bursts in this game. So yeah, make sure you guys set that lower. Streaming quality low, volumetric quality medium, and then deferred physics low. Everything else, as you guys can see here, is pretty much low or medium. You guys could go ahead and copy these, what I have right here. This is all shadow and lighting. And the reason I put shadows lower and stuff, or on medium, is because the higher the shadows are, the less FPS you're gonna get. The more your game's just gonna start messing up and stuff. So definitely do that. Now finally, we got these ones here. Depth of field on, world motion blur off 100%, weapon motion blur off 100%, and film grain 0. You don't want none of those on. They just make the game look a lot worse, and it just makes gunfights even more annoying. So you don't want to put any of those on except for depth of field. Now view right here, I put my field of view to 110. I used to play at 120, but I feel like you don't need to play at 120 per se. Like, it is nice to play there, but you're giving up a lot of graphics and stuff and a lot of FPS just to play at a higher FOV. 110 is fine. I still see a lot. I don't have to worry about it too much, but I might go back to 120. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. ADS field of view affected, weapon field of view wide, third person field of view 80, vehicle field of view default, and then we got all of this right here. So obviously you're going to want to put the camera shake. This is pretty much the way your camera moves and shakes while you're running around. Put it to the least. 50% is the least. I wish it was 0, but it is what it is. And then we got those right there. Then finally we got audio settings, which I think audio settings are one of the most important overlooked settings in the game. So I'm using headphone bass boost. It's a really nice one. And then this one right here, we got the gameplay music down to 30. We don't need that maxed out. Definitely don't need that maxed out. We got dialogue volume set to 100. This is where, like, you'll hear your call outs from the in-game characters talking to each other. Like, I don't know, let's say you're running and one soldier screams to the other, we got enemies in the window. Yeah, you'll hear that nice and clear. This is not the dialogue of people talking in their mics. This is the in-game characters. And we got effects volume, so grenades going off, background stuff, gunshots, all that kind of stuff, footsteps. This is really helpful for footsteps. footsteps. So set this to 100, especially if you're wearing a headset, you want to hear where people are. Then we got voice chat volume. This is people talking in their mics, actual people. So I put that down to 50 because sometimes people got some loud mics and you just don't want to hear it. And then this cinematic music volume 100, war track music volume. I don't play Warzone. I think war tracks is mostly for Warzone and stuff. I think it's the vehicle stuff, the vehicle music. I'm not sure if it is. I don't really need it that high. And then speaker, headphone, game sound, default, so whatever you're using, you guys. Right now I think I'm listening to it through my microphone. That's my headset's connected to my microphone, and that's how I'm listening to it, so it is what it is. And whatever you guys have it set to, go ahead and do that. Now voice chat set to on, game voice channels, all lobby obviously. Last word voice chat. This one is, I think after you eliminate someone, you could hear them a little bit. I think it's mostly for Warzone again. Proximity chat, again, I think it's just Warzone and stuff right there. This I don't think works in multiplayer, so I just have it off anyways. And then the output device set to whatever you have as your output device. My microphone I currently have to push to talk because when I'm recording videos, if someone joins up, I don't want them hearing me unless I hold a button on my keyboard for them to hear me. Other than that, I just want to be heard, you know? And then pretty much all this stuff right here is pretty much set. You guys could go ahead. I think it's default. I think most of these are on default right here. So yeah, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for the audio, but the most important is actually getting in here and changing some of these stuff up as well. The music, if you have that way too loud and stuff, yeah, it's just gonna bother your game. You're not gonna hear footsteps and whatnot, especially at the beginning and the end of games when music is playing. But yeah, go ahead, change your settings, guys. That's gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoy, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel, and enjoy season 6, man. It's the last season of Modern Warfare 2, so hopefully it's a good one. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.